if I have to read another obnoxious, like just completely stupid Cenk tweet about this, honestly, it's just its own personal project in trying to build a right-wing audience. Fine, but just please.
Okay, Cenk was added as a moderator to this panel at the last minute. One point he decided to raise was how grateful everyone should be for Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens since they've converted so many people to the anti-Israel cause. Or in other words, we should all deeply appreciate the torrent of absolute brain-melted nonsense they've unleashed, like that Trump is being controlled by the Antichrist or is himself the Antichrist, and that's why he went to war with Iran. Candace espousing her latest lunatic version of the protocols of the elders of Zion is also fantastic. Cenk is fully algorithm-brained, which may have been why, as moderator, he thought it prudent to start screaming wildly about Israel, genocide, fascists, etc., even after Stephen Walt had asked him to please calm it down. But Cenk couldn't oblige, at which point Walt, not some pro-Israel zealot, amazingly got up and left the stage right in the middle of the panel and exited the venue entirely, leaving an awkward empty chair for the remainder of the Gab Fest. For me, this is flummoxing, okay? Because we absolutely have a problem with Israel and Zionism. And most of that problem is coming from the American evangelical billionaire community, all right? And the people inside and related to Trump's government. So this is a massive problem. But what's crazy about this is there are multiple, there's like anti-Semites rallying the anti-Zionist people and then trying to woo them into their like legions under the guise of populism. And so that's what I want to be very clear about, okay? That Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, they are not just anti-Zionist, okay? They are like Jewish cabal, anti-Semitic. They think that they've been talking about like a George Soros world cabal for, 20 fucking years, 15 years. But the problem is there are legitimate people that are fighting for the rights of Palestinians and fighting for the rights of the Middle East to not have an American bully Israel starting wars with them all the time. And those people are really disenfranchised with the U.S. government and with Israel, right? Well, the problem is people like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, who are also evangelical weirdos, they're running around being like, hey, Palestinian fighters, we agree with you. We're anti-Israel too. And we've got this really great populist message. But they don't have a really great populist message. Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly and the Heritage Foundation, they want evangelical fascism, guys. They want us to be the Saudi Arabia of the King James Bible, okay? That's what they want. And they're acting like, no, we want to liberate the Palestinians and genocide. Oh, no, they don't. They'll genocide everybody who's not a Christian in 2 fucking seconds. So I don't like the fact that, somebody like Cenk and Anna, who supposedly were pro-Palestinian, right, with Jordan Newell and Francesca and Kyle and Emma and everybody else in the fucking free world, everyone with a brain, you thought Cenk and Anna were on their side. But now you see, no, Cenk and Anna are working for Tucker and MTG and Candace. And they're like, all of a sudden, they're selling us the Saudi Arabia Christian, like, replacement theory evangelical weirdos. That's fucking bullshit. Because whether you have a Zionist evangelical weirdo or an anti-Zionist, anti-Semitic evangelical weirdo, both of them are evangelical weirdos. Yeah, there he is. There he is. So Cenk is chasing away like 70-year-old men screaming about fucking Israel? Like, what an idiot, dude. Now Cenk is like becoming Anna. They're literally gonna run around neighborhoods, right? I picture them like out walking the streets of Woodland Hills or whatever in a residential neighborhood, being like, you support Israel? What, your shirt is blue and white. Are you a Zionist? I'm gonna call the Zionist police. What are you doing? What are you doing? I want you to say right now, you must say no Zionism, or I'm gonna fucking unleash this pit bull on you and he's gonna chew your fucking nuts off. Be like, yo, homie. Yo, yes, Woodland Hills police, what's up? Dude, there's like an overweight, sweaty guy having a fucking conniption out in front of my house, and he's like telling me he's calling the Zionist police on me. Can you come out here and like shoot a tranquilizer dart in his ass or something? Dude, he is fucking running around, sweating, screaming about camel toes and shit, and insisting that because my house is blue, that I am a supporter of Benjamin Netanyahu. I've never seen this fucking guy. Dude, I have no connection to Netanyahu. I just want this big sweaty weirdo off my lawn, all right? All right, bring a big dart. This guy is like, this guy is like Rhino. You know what I'm saying? Bring a dart. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Dude. Dude. Oh, shit. All right, let's see Sam Seder calling out Cenk.
If I have to read another obnoxious, like just completely stupid Cenk tweet about this, honestly, it's just its own personal project and trying to build a right-wing audience. Fine, but just please have just like a little bit of self-awareness. I really tried not to say that.
Dude, it's true though, isn't it? Isn't it true that, like, I swear, I get tagged. I usually get tagged underneath the Cenk tweets, but like I regularly get tagged or someone sends me a DM with a link to a Cenk tweet. It usually happens at like 8 p.m. or some shit where he is like freaking out and he is always bemoaning, like, you leftists are not giving Tucker Carlson the respect he deserves, or this animosity toward MTG when we're trying to prevent genocide. None of you care about human life, right? And it's always like 9 paragraphs, okay? It is like, dude, what is going on, bro? I picture him. I just think, like, is he constipated? Is he just sitting on a toilet, just like braced, just trying to squeeze, just raging? Oh, how dare you say anything about Tucker?
I really did. Didn't work. Yeah, what is the predictive markets predict in terms of where Marjorie Taylor Greene will be? Like, do you think she's going to be on the front lines of like the Palestinian rights movement?
No, I think she's going to be in Costa Rica, like putting fat stacks of insider trading cash into one of those money machines that they use when they make movies about drug dealers and casino operators. That's what I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be doing.
She's using all that fundraising power she had to raise money now for Palestinian rights organizations. I mean, give me a break.
Here's what I see, guys. I see that Marjorie Taylor Greene saw that Trump is like a crashing plane who is destroying the fucking country. Okay? Right? That's the reality is she knows that there's going to be a gigantic feeding frenzy after the Trump thing crashes. And so what I see is this, right? Here's what I see. Let me put it out for you. She sees the plane crashing and she knows that a massive feeding frenzy is out. So what she's done is she has said Trump is bad, and I disagree, and he broke the rules, but I stand by the rest of my America First brothers and sisters, and now she has stepped out. So now, when Trump goes off the rails, if it gets really, really bad, Marjorie Taylor Greene she's absolved. She's no longer in Congress. She no longer has to vote against him or fight against him. She doesn't incur any of the wrath. She like jumped out of the car before it slammed into the fucking people, right? The car is careening toward a crowd of people, and Marjorie Taylor Greene just jumped out of the car and said everyone in that car is a piece of shit. And now she's going to wait until after the crash. She's going to come back and be like, oh, I didn't cause any of this. I'm here to help clean up. Where can I get some power? Okay? Like, you know what I mean? If she had stayed in Congress and been a fighter against Trump for the rest of her term, and fucking stayed fighting in Congress and started getting other congressmen to fight Trump, and I mean, she could have stayed in there and rallied a bunch of Republicans to revolt against Trump and started this revolution against Trump to destabilize him, but she didn't do that. She jumped out of the moving car before it crashes in, and then she's going to come back later and be like, oh, I had nothing to do with this, guys, even though she's the one who fucking gave them the accelerator. I know her game, dude. I know her game. Dude, she is the rat jumping off the sinking ship, and then she's going to go and loot the carcasses when that ship is, like, completely capsized. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.